Okay, you want to be recording?
So Dave, yeah, it's clean, was delayed.
Okay, welcome everyone to the August 7th meeting of the Hadley Select Board. We also have with us tonight the Finance Committee. So we're going to start the meeting in joint session. Before we do that, just need to announce that in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 22 of the Acts, Chapter 22 of the Acts of 22, signed by Governor on February 15th, 2022. I announced that this meeting of the Hadley Select Board is being recorded by Hadley Media. The Select Board's office via Zoom, and I asked if there is anyone present who is also recording the meeting. Doesn't appear to be, so let the minutes reflect that no one else has indicated that they are recording this meeting. We do have one select board member who is going to be joining us very shortly, remotely. So, present this evening, Sandy Parsons, Randy Eisen, Sophie Keegan, and Jane Benson, and we do expect David Phil to be joining. Want to call Finance Committee? Sure.
Finance Committee to order. In attendance, myself, Amy Biden. We have Peter Machusko, Andy Kopacki, Charlie O'Connor.
Finance Committee.
So I thought Linda was going to be here, so I know that I can talk about the warrant right now. The warrant is up on board docs. Get it out to you. There's right now there's placeholders on there. Some of those right now is useful. So we don't have any adjustments at this point to operating budget for FY25, but there will be certainly some funds that will be, especially with the compensation study and the renewal. So you see this. As far as the rest of them, there are some placeholders that includes there's one that Linda, the treasurer, is approving the rest of the law. We may be, if you remember, the opioid money that we're getting from it's a national, basically a class action. So all the towns and cities in the United States are all allowed to allocate a certain amount of money. It goes on for several years, and we keep talking about wanting to do two positions that the police department uses and COA collectively. It's presently grant funded position or one forever, and it is a perfect fit for this money. It's supposed to be used for doing counseling for drug abuse, or issues, and alcohol, and the mental health issues that come along with it. So we're going to keep it right from the COA to that. It's going to look like. But what we have to do each year is, as that money comes in and trickles in all year, we have to vote, pick up an article and vote that one out to support it. We haven't created that position yet, so that's just there as a placeholder. So, do you have any questions about that part of the board? And then I go on to the other ones. Okay, yeah, and then similar is the ambulance, the special revenue fund. This will be building up as CT comes in from our insurance. We'll get that, and that will same type of thing in order to support the fire budget, ambulance budget, excuse me. We have to actually vote to have that. So it's not any additional money, nothing on the tax rate. It's just revenues coming in. We have to vote to support the budget. Scott's going to have some a request to continue to work on our municipal stormwater. I'd rather have you here to explain what that is. This is really the first real draft that we represented. So I'll make sure we have appropriate employee or if we need an engineer to explain some of these. Let's see. There's some local option meals that will get, as we start to get more, with the assessors. I'll find out if we have 3 on there at different percentages, he would be able to explain that better. Again, just in school. And there is a, this is just a request. It has not gone to the select board to say yes or no that this goes on, but there has been issues when we have veterans as employees and having to go when we get called here on meeting. And there's a mass general law that helps clarify that they don't lose their vacation time, they don't lose their any of those things that they're entitled to when they're away. And there's other components to it. So I want to make sure that we hear an explanation of it when the select board go to agree to what's going to be on the warrant. So there obviously there could be a financial impact. I would doubt it's significant, but I want to be able to explain that to going forward.
Next question, sure, and I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I didn't hear the reporting in progress, so.
Maybe you didn't review.
Internet.
No.
Recording in progress.
Thanks. Sorry.
Okay. And then the capital request went out about 2.5 weeks ago, still referring to get some capital requests. Here's some capital requests coming from DPW, and I did see an email from the library that I didn't get that yet, so. So that's really, it's all Facebook. Questions, maybe you can find out and where that is.
Yeah,
I'll get you, I'll get you.
And I think, what we had talked about was, wanting to get back to having these joint meetings, mainly just for communication, right? So that the finance committee doesn't feel like they were surprised by something that we've been talking about, right? So I would think that the September meeting, when we get together again, the joint meeting in September, that's likely when Linda will provide an update on where we're at with revenues. Again, we're not that far into the year, but we usually do a quick look at that just to make sure that we're not falling off track with current year revenues as well. But I think most of the conversation is going to be around special time.
I sent out a list of the meetings that we had set up our last meeting. And we did want to meet with you on October 2nd, which would be after we discussed all of the financial report, public forum. That was, I thought that would be a good joint meeting. We could do something else in September too, if you need us to, depending on where we stand. But October, I thought if we could discuss and finance some of the warrant items, then we want to talk about it before people review voting. So we're all on the same page.
Okay, yeah, so we just wanted to plan on that being the next meeting. That's fine. Everybody?
It's fine, yeah.
Okay, and then if there's anything that's coming up that you have questions about, you want to email, ahead of time, and we can, get you information. Or
Yeah, one of the things we definitely were interested in is the compensation study. Like to see that. Because I know that all affect a lot of what we're using the money for. We have. But maybe I can send out or we find master or whatever it is. That we want to talk about that. So we have 3 meetings in September. So. We'll talk to her about setting the agenda.
And just remind me right now, the full compensation study is
So,
while we're in negotiations with the unions,
okay,
but
so all right.
hopefully it won't be too much longer. Yep. I understand what you want to see. Oh, and I just want to announce that David Phil is remotely participating in this joint meeting, so the full select board is here. Plain delay. Okay. Anything else?
I believe, so are we not gonna do the year-end transfers? I know that,
So that's, I feel, you know, not, where that went, but I thought it was gonna be here and I thought. This. So,
yes, I put it up, we'll just add it to the agenda for our next meeting. So when we had our meeting for our year-end transfers, we had, I think, 2 days, we had about Monday, we met on Wednesday. So we did all year-end transfers, but then afterwards, there was some adjustments, small adjustments, I think maybe it had to do with salaries or personnel. So there was a small adjustment from when we voted, till when you voted. So yours was a little bit higher, you had a few more adjustments than we did. So Linda mentioned that we had to do another vote, just, so that.
Okay, apologies, we don't have
I don't think any of that, so what we can do maybe now, it's just your vote that we need.
I believe so.
If you could pull together a Zoom meeting.
So we meet then on August 26th.
But let me find it, that's my concern, it's the day, if you need it before that, it would just be like a Zoom meeting.
apologies on that.
Okay, so for finance, unless you have anything you want to add to us all, for a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Great, thank you, thanks for coming.
You're awesome.
We'd like to see you.
Next item on the agenda is public comment. So I would ask at this time if there's anyone here for public comment. Doesn't appear so. So we'll move to the consent agenda. Short consent agenda this evening. The only items we have are approval of 2 minutes. The select board minutes from June 12th and June 26th. Motion to approve. Second. Okay, motion made by Jane, seconded by Amy. All those in favor, excuse me, roll call vote.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was that.
Yes.
Keegan, I'm going to abstain because I wasn't at the June 12th meeting.
Isaac,
Yes.
Parsons,
Yes.
David's here.
Oh, Bill. You dropped off.
Oh, so 301. Next item on the agenda, under old business, we have Liz Lyden, who I believe is on town council to provide us with an update on the revised Hadley community host agreement. Hi, Liz.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Elizabeth Lyden for the record from Mead, Tellerman and Costa. I've provided to you a draft revision to the HCA that was already approved, and this was requested as part of the Cannabis Control Commission review. They flagged the requirement in the CCC regulations that all regularly occurring fees be included, and I spoke with them today and they said as long as you state generically that all other generally occurring fees that apply to all other businesses will be included, that it will be in compliance. So this updated HCA should gain approval by the CCC.
So you're asking us to approve the revised language tonight then?
Yes.
Right, so with the effective date, the tonight's vote,
Yes.
okay. Says July, but we'll do 7. Any discussion on this item?
No,
Looking to approve.
second,
Motion made by Jane, seconded by Randy. Roll call vote. I'm sorry, Parsons? Yes. Bill?
Yes.
Isaac?
yes,
Egan? Yes. Yes. Next item, we have the September primary warrants, so I believe, our town clerk indicated that there was some minor language change that needed to be made, and she was hoping that we could approve this evening, it was time sensitive. So moved. Is there a second?
second,
Motion made by David, seconded by Randy. Arthur? Yes.
Yes.
Egan? Yes. Bill?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, next on the agenda, we have the LED light program. We have Kathy Nelson here, our recycling coordinator, along with Jack Sakowski. To provide the select board with us.
yes, you do.
To go on.
See, it's a green button on, there's a green light on top. Should be good.
So, our Western Mass Green Communities rep, Chris Mason, has recently brought to our attention that the incentives for LED lighting upgrades will end this year. So if there's anything that we need to do in any of our municipal buildings, we should go ahead and do it. So we can make these incentives. So I got in touch with Gary Burr, since he's kind of our go-to person for every schools, and he says pretty much all the buildings have been done except for the sewer department, indoor lighting and or outdoor pole lights. So based on the quotes that we have so far for the, the weatherization work at both of the schools, that, so we're starting at 130,000. 10 goes to the capital, right? Talking about you are paperwork and all that stuff. So that leaves us with 130,000. So far, we have quotes for the schools for weatherization and couple new doors and stuff like that. It comes to 63,040. And that's without any source incentives. We don't know what these would be yet. So that means 69,000, which I'm sure everybody wants. But the point is, there's still some green communities left. So we just want permission to go ahead and ask Gary to get those quotes. I know it would be live and see what we come up with.
Second. Okay, motion made by Jane, seconded by Amy. Is there any further questions or discussion on the topic? No. Okay. Roll call vote. Present? Yes. Bill?
Yes.
Isaac?
Yes,
Addison? Yes. Katie? Yes.
And as we get final numbers, but we're working with Chris Desjardins, we will bring those to your attention. So we're following the process that we established to make sure that everyone is informed and understands the stuff.
We appreciate that.
thank you, Jack.
Thank you for getting the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for spending it too.
That's what we're trying to do.
Okay, that's 6.3, DPW foreman permanent position. Ted Casey, Scott said Carolyn, deal with us.
Yeah, if you remember, Scott brought this up a few meetings back. Or Ted, who's been working for the highway department, came back after the for a little bit. Ready to be happy, he came back. And you offered him to temporarily take over a position that was open. See if it worked out well for the town, if it worked out well for Ted. They know, I met with Ted unanimously, with Scott, Gary, Thanks, liking it, it's a good fit, and I think we're doing. That's for a while, so. We'd like to, we're gonna look up the wage. And then present the wage.
So do we need to approve this tonight, or are we gonna wait till we get a wage?
So we can approve subject to, yeah. Clinton having motion to, approve the promotion of Ted Casey as the BW foreman, subject to the wage.
You know what, I stand corrected.
There is a wage in
There's
there,
a wage in here, I'm sorry.
and is that the correct wage?
Yes.
Okay. So good for nothing.
My apologies, then.
So. Okay, motion made by Amy, seconded by Jane. Carolyn will vote. Parsons? Yes. Bill?
Yes.
Evanston? Yes. Isaac?
Yes,
Yes. Great, it's gonna be great to have that. It's gonna be great to have that position filled, so we can talk to. The whole DPW. Okay, this is item 6.5, Council on Aging Solar Project.
Sorry, a little back history on this. The town accepted this building in June of 2020 in the midst of COVID. At which point companies were no longer working and everybody was pulling in. And so we did nothing about the solar that was planned. However, our building budget still has $350,000. So that's set aside for solar. At one point, we tried to do it through regular town procurement. And the process was so onerous for small solar companies to do the job of this size. It wasn't worth it for them to fill out all the paperwork. And then one of them pointed out to us that the state had made it much easier for municipalities to apply for solar grants if they were under $300,000. You did not have to go through the municipal bidding process as long as you got bids. So you've gone out and there is in your docs document that shows the 3 bids that we got. We would like the select board to approve Valley Solar as our contractor, and you can see they were the low bidder. They have the highest production rate and return on savings. So the upfront cost will be $212,858.50. There has been a change since solar started a while ago, and that is the tax credits are now available to municipalities, not as a tax credit, but as a cash payment. So as soon as the system is up and running, that money comes back to the county. And then there will be solar. That's right. Estimated at $250,000. So the net cost of this system will be $99,434. $14 with an estimated 25-year net savings of $765,000 to the town, broken down $22,000 a year. Mark, Mike, I'm sorry, is on about the solar. If anybody has any questions that I didn't answer.
Mike, thanks for attending this evening. I guess for our question, actually, Jay, could you just been involved in.
So I specifically worked on this with my lab. And there's.
And then was it with you really been putting finances on call here?
We met, the building committee met early, much earlier. With Carolyn and Linda, talking about. The payback periods. But in the specific placement. Do you have any questions on that?
Well, this is sent it to legal. So
That would say.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions about the proposal?
no, I was going to read the meeting, looks like the best one to me.
And we don't have any issues with extending the money from the building.
No, I was going to talk about.
That's right.
And then there's no batteries.
No batteries.
It's just flow.
Just, that's correct.
Just happens to be with the climate committee is represented here this evening. Did you have any questions on this?
I'm wondering about the size of the array, is it huge, the maximum that the roof can tolerate?
It's like, I was gonna change it, guys, that's-
84.7
Like it's
kilowatts.
Yeah.
85 kilowatts, basically.
So it's gonna be pretty substantial.
That was one for me.
Like it's the property, shall be the least price.
Yeah.
There's a page on here that says what it's gonna generate and what the building uses, and it's not gonna cover. So, well, it's a relative term, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I just want to check, David, so do you have any questions for about this project? Oh,
No, I can hear you, just not very well. It's kind of garbled. No, I don't have any questions. I think I'm glad we're moving forward with it. I know there's some challenges for the library, but I don't see why we shouldn't move forward with the senior center.
that'd be a question.
Yeah, so it was Northeast Solar, Valley Solar, and who was the third company?
And then
The meetings of Valley Solar is our supplier for solar on the
I'll second that.
Okay, motion made by Jane, seconded by Randy. Is there any further discussion? If not, we'll move to roll call vote. Keegan? Yes. Isaac?
Yes.
Nevin Smith?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes,
Parsons? Yes.
David, is the audio better?
it is. Yes, yeah. Thank you.
Yep, you got it. Thank you for letting us know. Sorry, everyone.
No, thank you. All right, long time coming. See, hang on. So thanks for the work that you did on the stream. 7.1.
Double check.
So we've been talking about.
Well, it's multi now.
Pretty much so.
Doing good though.
And so Scott suggested that we actually advertise for 2 sheet operators to see what we can get for interest. So just a reminder, we need a chief and we need an assistant. So we actually we're going to interview 2 people next week. That I think would be a significant cost savings versus vendor. But we have movement ahead, so that's the direction that Scott's going to go, not just because he's on vacation. Oh, that's probably, no, he's working. So I just wanted to let you know that we are right now, that's on hold for a little bit. We're still having discussions with that vendor, but we obviously want to do this.
And it's covered right now. Well, yeah. Okay, so no vote from us on that.
Nope, just not to.
Okay, great.
And then town administration report, well, I know some of you were here earlier today. The purple part of it is just wonderful. Thanks to Nikki and Steve Clarence and Kevin. Yeah. That's Jane. It really was a really nice event. Joyce was here and it was just really nice. So there's a lot of appreciation. That's have us go forward with this, support to Joyce. So.
And thanks to Joyce for all the work that she did. Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Let's see. So I just kind of updated HR, I put it kind of in the right place, but we're really at right now. So Ted Casey, obviously, that was an extended offer of deployment and was accepted and we'll move forward with that. the two negotiations, we'll give a little more update in the executive session, but they're continuing as the municipal administrative staff is going to keep 20th. And having firefighters is scheduled for next week. So we move on. So the OPMs, the building committee met to discuss the first choice. I think I explained this last time, the first choice was significantly more than some prices. And we do a lot of questioning back and forth, but there wasn't going to be a budget on it. And so they agreed to go to the second choice, and we just got the proposal today. It looks very good, and we were playing, email tag to try to set up a meeting with Jim, myself, Scott, or Gary, and just to review the proposal to make sure we're measuring the same. So we'll keep you updated, but it was nice to see that as we meet. So hopefully that will move forward. Russell School, we haven't, since the last update I got at the end of June, I think, beginning of July. I have not heard anything because we were supposed to provide some updates in the behind the scenes work that they did. So I did give her another nudge today because I really want the budget to be. I would say it's the same with the levy, the phase 2 levy assessment. Same thing. We were supposed to hear in like mid-August, but I can't give you much to. Let's see. So the one that I did want to bring you up to date with Scott, myself, and the engineers from CEI who've been working since I started, so almost 4 years ago, on trying to address the drainage issue on Dragon Bridge. That whole area. It's really it's a significant project, but CEI was retained to be able to look at different options, and so we asked them to be here in September to be able to explain to you the complexity of that whole area and what some of the options are. So I did Mary Thayer, who chairs the CPA committee. She did ask for a summary of what I had brought up to you guys about what we could do with the wind, and instead of starting all over again, use the money that was utilized for that was spent to do with Stacy to include the town hall. She's going to present that to the CPA committee. And give you some feedback on that. So unfortunately, we did not. Scott and I were had 2 grants, one that he had applied for this time, and myself, and having this on top of this for whatever reason, but we're gonna get feedback. So I did not get funding for anything else. I was gonna talk to them. So, but we're gonna get feedback on what's the issues. So that's all I have right now. The roof, the library roof, that's the other one. I think I would like to invite either the trustees, the chair of the committee, or Patrick, because they're really overseeing it. So I think that would be good.
Yeah. Next week. Sounds good. Anybody have any questions for Carolyn? About her report. If not, then thank you, Carolyn. Next would be the select board members liaison report. The only thing I wanted to say here, technically, just a reminder that the smart growth surveys went out with most recent with a there's a QR code. So if people can grab that and respond to it, it doesn't take very long at all. So I would just encourage everybody to participate to the extent that you're willing. They're part of that.
We're going to try to get hard copies in various places.
They're already here.
This is one place. Other places than here. I'm going to take some to the transfer station on Saturday. And we had a meeting Monday. And we're just trying to get as many options out there as possible to get as many responses back as possible.
I just dropped some off at the housing authority today too.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Good.
along with our digital piece for it as well.
And I think, I'm trying to remember when we did the housing production plan, we talked about bringing some to green leaves as well.
Yeah, so if you wouldn't mind, Al, go ask Kathy. She's out there with Jack, ask her if there's a place at Green Leaves or whatever it's called that we can put them.
Yeah, be awesome, I will, because when I tried going over today, there was like no one in their office.
Yeah, so I'll see if she might be able to help. Thank you.
Thanks. That's like, yeah, the liaison reports. Okay. Announcements, any announcements this evening? Yes. Okay. So on behalf of the select board, I would like to express some condolences to the family of Francis Koskowski and also Carol Schotbacher. Both of them passed in the last few weeks. So again, condolences on behalf of the select board to their families and loved ones.
All right, I would like to make a motion to enter into executive session pursuant with Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Section 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining or litigation. If the open meeting law may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigating position of the public body for the compensation study, the employee handbook, the Municipal Employees Union, UPSEU, Local 424, NADIV 129, and the Firefighter Union, IAFF Local 5486, and not to reconvene in open session.
Second.
A motion made by Amy, seconded by Randy. As chair of the House Select Board, I state that the board has moved and seconded to enter into executive session. And I state that discussing the matter in open session will have a detrimental impact on the bargaining position of the town of Hadley. Persons? Yes. Bill?
Yes.
Keegan? Yes. Smith? Yes.
Yes.
All right, thanks everyone, and we will not be reconvening in open session.